There's a lot of great business school professors and researchers out there, and there are a lot of great storytellers, but there's not a whole lot of individuals that can do both effectively. To find someone that can find that relevant research and put it into a compelling story so it's easier to remember. So I love that approach with you. And how do you identify that, right? So that you can identify the right story for the right mix. Is there a skill to that? Is there ways to practice that?
I think you have to have a pretty steep grounding in the research first, right? Like, and what you see when you talk to most academics is they'll research a model. Like, let's say Amy Edmondson's model of psychological safety, for example. Brilliant theory, tons of research on it. And yet there are all these examples throughout business history of leaders who led with less of a command and control style and more of a collaborative team style that nobody makes that connection between the two, right? So you have to have a good grounding in that research. But the truth is, you also just have to be constantly scanning for all of those different stories or possible illustrations. Because most of the time when they come on your radar, they don't come up as stories of whatever model they're trying to explain. Most of the time, if you find in the real world a great example of this, it's not because they knew about the model and sought to apply it. It's they just started trying certain stuff out, right? Like, I'll give you a great example. In the newest book, we talk about a story from almost 20 years ago now. The Belgian Ministry of Social Security, their leader, new leader, Frank van Massenhove, led from a place of sort of trust and autonomy. And there's this whole body of research around self-determination theory that suggests why that works better and why giving people more autonomy over their schedule and that sort of stuff works better. He didn't know any of that, right? So you have to be scanning to sort of see that and then make that connection between it. When you can do that, things get really fun, right? And I don't think either party, the practitioner party or the scholar party, does it enough. So I'm really excited to kind of have one foot in both worlds to be able to make those connections.